Apex just dropped a patch, and it's quite a big one. Interestingly enough, P20s did get nerfed, so that's exciting. And some other buffs and nerfs across the board for both weapons and legends. This is quite a sizable update just out of the blue. It's live right now. So let's first start with the P2020s. I'm sure everybody's going to be excited to hear this. The P20 damage has been decreased from 25 to 24. Very nice Respawn. A lot of people were asking for it, and to be honest, they could have just hotfixed the P20s and called it a day, but nope, they went and buffed a bunch of other stuff as well, including Ash. So what's happened is increased Ultimate's max distance travel time from 1.4 seconds to 2.5 seconds, and on top of that, the minimum distance travel time has increased as well. Now, it's gone from 0.3 seconds to 0.5 seconds. It doesn't stop there. We got some support buffs as well. Firstly, Mirage now has 6 decoys in his ult instead of 5. I believe that was kind of in his base kit at one point. There was a perk where you could get an extra bamboozle and reduce the cooldown. Then they removed that for better perks, arguably, well, definitely. But now, yeah, you get 6 decoys to be even more decoyable, I suppose, even more bamboozleable. And I do believe recently I did see that Mirage's decoys are better and they won't get kind of sussed out by recon abilities as easily, which is nice. Doesn't stop there. We've also got a buff for Conduit. Now, Conduit has received, in my opinion, quite a nice buff for her. It's how it works is the tactical health regen has gone up for how much it gives you per tick. So basically, when you hit this button, you'll see dung, 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 dung. Each of those is a tick, so it ticks pretty fast. It used to be 3, and now it's 4. So that's like a sizable buff, a 33% increase in performance, I believe. Don't get me wrong with the maths. I'm not a professor. Now we move on to Seer. Yeah. They nerfed. No, they buffed Seer. Please, not Seer. Anyone but Seer. If you don't know, I despise the Seer meta. Anyway, the time for Seer's tactical to hit targets has been reduced from 1.4 seconds to 0.8 seconds. So you can see it there. It's a little bit snappier. You're going to get that cool on someone. It's going to help you actually hit shots. It's a bit of a skill shot, right? At times, especially when you're aiming through walls, you don't really know where they are and they're moving about. It's fine. It's not going to cause any Seer apocalypses again. And then decrease the time for Seer's tactical to finish from 1 second to 0.9 seconds. Don't really know if that's going to do anything. I mean, I guess that's the animation for it to play, right? This thing is 10% faster now. Not a massive deal. Weapons. Now, this is where things get really juicy. Hemlock has had the headshot damage increased by 2, which is quite big when it's a burst weapon. So, interestingly, they just gave it a nice 28. Obviously, the body shot is 20. So, you get very nice, crispy bursts of, what, 84 now? Pretty big, considering there aren't any helmets anymore. And the magazine size has increased. Obviously, the Nemesis is just the one to pick right now. Always has been for a long time. But the base ammo is now 21. It goes up to 24 with white, 27 with blue, 30 with purple. So an upgrade there. I don't know if I'm going to be using it much. I'll probably be happy to give it a try now. Let's compare a full burst Nemesis headshot to a Hemlock headshot. That's quite what I'm interested to see. I'm a Nemesis enjoyer through and through. You can see I got my tier 100 now. 88 versus 84. So I think the Nemesis is still going to be the top pick, right? Overall, energy weapons kind of have better handling when it comes to the bullet velocity and stuff, usually anyway. And I know it's a 5 burst, or is it 4 burst? Yeah, 4 burst. So you're going to eat through ammo quicker, but it even still has more ammo per mag. So to me, Nemesis is still better. Now, I'm really happy about this. I am 100% a Vault enjoyer. I think it's one of the most underrated SMGs because it's got close to mid-range, and it did get a buff as well. The hipfire is now matched to other SMGs. So it's going to be a little tighter, I believe, from what I understand. And all SMGs have had their headshot damage increased by 1. So they're trying to get people off P20s a little bit and bring them to the SMG. So that's a 20 on the Vault. It's going to be, 18 on the car. R9 is now 17. And then obviously if you get a nice burst with the Prowler, you're going to be doing some nasty things, right? What is that, like an 80? Would it be an 80 with a headshot burst now, full burst? Yes, that's pretty good. And besides that, they've increased the vertical and horizontal movement in the recoil pattern of the L-Star. So obviously, the L-Star and P20 have been pretty prevalent this season. I think, like, the nerf is definitely going to hit it. And I kind of hope people move to SMGs a bit. I think they're underrated this season, honestly. So there's a bit more recoil. I don't think it's going to be noticeable for most players at, like, high skill levels, maybe low skill. And then it says ult gain from knocks and assists with accelerated weapons has been reduced from 30% to 20%. So if I get an accelerated weapon right now, let me get like a wingman or something, and we get a knock. So I'll put this down. You now get 20% charge. Perhaps it's better if I use an ultimate that is like a percentage based, like ramparts. So you would get it's kind of hard to show. Let me drop the wingman first, otherwise I'm just going to get more. Why can't I do that? Drop the wingman first and then use a bit of ammo, right? It's 166 right now. Let's get it down to like 1 bullet. So before, this would give you like a decent amount. I think it was like 50 something, and now it's only going to be 20%. Oh yeah, I've almost out of ammo. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be 20% charge. You saw it there in the bottom, instead of 30%. So 1 knock isn't actually going to allow me to use the thing there. Interesting. Oh no, that's why. I know. It never works on dummies. I'm a dummy. Sorry for that. Yeah, you can't test it on dummies, but essentially a knock whilst holding a accelerator weapon hop up is now going to give you 20% ult charge instead of 30. That was a very powerful function, honestly. And then finally, fixing an issue where assists with accelerated weapons would sometimes not grant additional ult charge. I didn't even know that was a thing. Assists with accelerated weapons are supposed to grant additional ult charge? Okay. I think overall, good patch. Pretty sizable, honestly. I'm excited to see more SMGs as an SMG enjoyer myself. Happy to see the P20s nerf. What are your thoughts? Let me know, and I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.